If you return that bag, then from today on, we're not husband and wife anymore. Rena's voice exploded inside the car. She stared at the black briefcase in Mark's hands. Mark, do you remember the eviction notice on our door? Do you remember the medical bills we couldn't pay? They were parked behind a gas station in suburban Cleveland. Rain hammered against the windshield. The air inside the car felt heavy, even breathing was loud. Earlier, Mark had found the briefcase on a bench at the bus stop. Inside were thick stacks of cash, documents, an ID card, and an address in an upscale neighborhood. This money is enough to clear all our debts, Rena lowered her voice. No one saw you pick it up. Mark stared at the photo on the ID, a white-haired old man. This isn't ours. What if this is his life savings for surgery? If we take it, what happens to him? Rena slammed the dashboard. And what about us? Do you think the landlord cares if we're good people? Does the bank? Silence filled the car. A few seconds later, Mark opened the door. Where are you going? Rena shouted. To find him. I'd rather stay poor than become a thief. Holding the briefcase, Mark followed the address, walking into the rain. An hour later, he stood in front of an old brick house on the other side of town, soaked to the bone. The door opened a crack. A white-haired man looked at him cautiously. Sir, Mark raised the briefcase. I believe you left this at the bus stop. The old man froze, then reached for it with trembling hands. Oh my God, thank you. This is everything I have. It's for my surgery. I thought it was all over. I couldn't keep it, Mark said quietly. I know exactly what it feels like to have nothing. The old man's eyes reddened. Do you have a job? Mark gave a bitter smile. The factory laid us off last year. I take whatever work I can. My wife and I were not far from being evicted. The old man was silent for a moment. Wait here. When the door opened again, a sharply dressed man stood beside him. This is my son, Daniel. He owns Dawson Logistics. Daniel extended his hand. My father told me what you did. Most people would have taken the money and walked away, but you didn't. He handed Mark an envelope. We're looking for an operations manager, someone who does the right thing even when no one is watching. If you want the job, Monday is your first day. When Mark returned to their tiny apartment, Rena was still sitting at the table, her eyes swollen and red. You really gave the money back? Mark placed the envelope in front of her. Take a look. Inside was a formal job offer and a check large enough to cover the rent and part of their debts. Tears fell instantly. I almost pushed you to do the wrong thing. Mark pulled her into his arms. Sometimes the only thing we have left is choosing what's right. He looked upward, as if towards something higher. And sometimes God uses that small moment of honesty to open a door we never imagined. If you believe honesty never truly costs you, type yes in the comments.